There are some things out there in the world that every society, every community, that every religion, and all people of intellect throughout history have agreed upon. Such as the fact that lying is an evil, such as the fact that killing is considered an evil, such as the fact that drinking doesn't lead to any good. Any person of intellect out there in society, no matter which portion of history he used to live in, he will admit to the fact that these are things that are either good or evil, depending on the object that you're dealing with, depending on the concept that you're dealing with. Similarly, truthfulness, telling the truth, is something that is considered a virtuous act, a virtuous deed, a manifestation of virtue based on people of all, walks of life and all backgrounds and all societies and all eras. And there are some things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes them a step further from them being simply things that are known to intellect to be goodness or evil, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes them divine injunctions. And these are what are known as commandments. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave commandments to the people of Israel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave commandments to the people that followed Isa alayhi salam, Jesus. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also gave commandments to people that followed any messenger. Similarly, Allah gave us commandments, and those are the 10 commandments. The 10 commandments. And that's right, this show that we're doing now, it's going to be about the 10 commandments. And these are not the same 10 commandments that are in the Bible, but they're very similar 10 commandments as well. They, as we said, are commandments that Allah gave. There are those commandments that Allah gave to the people of Israel, to the people that followed Isa alayhi salam. And since the source of all of these commandments is one, then naturally a lot of those commandments will meet at some point as well. And that's why we see that there's a lot of similarities between these 10 commandments, which we're going to be discussing from Surah Al-Anaam, which are literally commandments from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us to live by, and those commandments that were given to the people of Israel, and those commandments also that were given to Christians from before us. What are these 10 commandments? And why focus on these specific 10 commandments? These are the 10 commandments upon which Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam left this dunya. How so? Ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he relates that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had left us with 10 things, 10 commandments. In fact, he says, whoever wishes to know the wasiyyatu Rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam allati kana alayhi khatamuhu, whoever wishes to know the will of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every man has a will, right? Whoever wishes to know the will of the Messenger upon which he died, then let him read these 3 ayat. And those are the 3 ayat that we'll be discussing in great detail. Let's start. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ تَعَالَوْا أَتْلُوا مَا حَرَّمَ رَبُّكُمْ عَلَيْكُمْ. Say, O Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, come all of you to me so that I may recite upon you those things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made haram upon you. حَرَّمَ رَبُّكُمْ عَلَيْكُمْ, those things that your Lord has made haram upon you. So we notice one thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding the messenger to deliver these commandments. So originally, where are they coming from? They're coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the divine source. And that's why there's similarities between these 10 commandments and the 10 commandments that we find in the Bible as well. Moreover, we notice that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to the messenger, I will read upon you those things that Allah has made haram. Allah has made haram. If we read these verses in Surah Al-Anaam, we'll notice that not everything in these verses are haram. Some things are obligations. But the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls it haram, think with me, ponder with me just for a second. The reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls it haram is because if He called it a mere wasiyah, a will, we may think that maybe some of these wills are just suggestions, recommendations, they're not obligations. But since haram only means haram, Allah switched the word around from wasiyah to haram, so you understand that the injunction is binding. Any injunction that comes in this verse is binding. Just as haram is normally binding, similarly, those that come the opposite of haram in this verse, obligations, they will also be binding, and they're not just going to be recommendations. So every single commandment in these verses that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be giving is a binding commandment. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq to stick fast, hold fast to these binding commandments. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq to understand the will upon which the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had left this dunya. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.